That's my new intro. That's my new intro. Just kidding. I just sat down here because I didn't want to go back home yet. And I just wanted to talk because I haven't spoken on my YouTube for a while. But I am outside, so I do have to deal with the outside elements, and I really hope that this mic is good enough. Yeah. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about how art is very chaotic, and it is for chaotic people. Art is actually for chaotic people. And I think that everyone is chaotic, which is exactly why everyone needs to be creative, expressing themselves creatively in some way. Like, your chaos is probably expressed a lot differently than mine's, obviously, but a lot of my chaos happens mentally. And the thing is with chaos is that it's a very broad term. Chaos doesn't have to be like pain and destruction and horrible and horrendous types of feelings. It is that, but it's also just like an amalgamation of thoughts, of feelings, of like the chaos that comes with existing, that messiness that comes with existing. And it's just you. So it doesn't have to have this bad connotation. It just gets bad when it affects the way you see yourself and the way you see the world, to the point where everything seems everything seems like an endless nightmare. That's in my opinion, that's when the chaos needs to be ordered. And art is a really good way to order chaos, because you're channeling all of that chaotic, that high intensity energy into something. And honestly, that's really important, because like, if you don't have that, then I don't really know what's like, I don't really know. Like, if you don't have that sense, that anchor, you're just going to fly away. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if I didn't have my creative passions to bring me down to earth, to bring me down into reality, I would just like, the chaos would expand itself. And when you're just such an overwhelming type of person, like you think about your thoughts and you feel your emotions, and you internalize, intellectualize everything that you see, and you are all consumable. Like, I'm very like I'm very like big. Like, big. My thoughts are big, my emotions are big, and I feel them a lot. I used to not feel them. I used to be very numb to things. But when you start feeling them, they feel very uncontrollable and unmanageable. So then they have to be managed. They have to be ordered. Because you have to live your life. You have to live your life. You have to exist. You have to perform. You have to be. You have to be a person in this world, in this life. And that doesn't always have to be a bad thing. I think that people get so overwhelmed by life itself because it's overwhelming. Like, existing is an overwhelming feeling, but that overwhelming feeling, like I said, doesn't need a bad connotation for it to be true. Like, it really doesn't have to. And with the arts, with following your creativity, it gives you that space to just be within your chaos and learn about it and learn how to order it. That's why I always say that if I didn't have art, like, because I can't really say that either. If for some reason I just wasn't, if I wasn't, let's say, encouraged to create art, or if I didn't have the space to create, if I was in like survival mode all the time, and I didn't have that space to create art, I would just not be able to function. And I have experienced that. Like, I have experienced that. Like, when I was in my third semester of college, and I had no time. I had no time to do anything but my college requirements, work, all that stuff, assignments, studying, midterms, finals. I didn't have the time. I literally did not have the time. Barely had the time to eat. So when I realized that, I felt like something was stuck. Like something inside me was stuck. Like there was just a mental block that was not being like pushed down. Like there was something inside me that was not being expressed, and that was a problem. See, the thing about me is that I I am always gonna deal with my shit. Like I'm gonna deal with it. Like I'm not gonna. I need to figure it out. I need to figure out what's going on, and I need to figure out how I'm gonna solve it. And it doesn't happen right away. It doesn't happen right away. But it's gonna have to happen, because sometimes I do enjoy the feeling of wallowing and feeling bad, but I don't like it. Like I don't like it because I know it's unnecessary. Like I know that I have another choice. So it's like, why are you not choosing the other choice? Yeah, I know it's unnecessary. So I've definitely used my art to navigate through that chaos, and accepting the chaos for what it is. Because art is generally chaotic. Like, let's say, I don't know, when you look at, like, movies, for example. Actors are in movies. They're being directed by people. There's costume designers. There's scripts. Nothing about that is orderly. Like, all of that processing is extremely chaotic. You have ideas, you have thoughts, you have feelings from other people. You have people that are coming from different places of the world with different thoughts and different emotions and different ways of being. You have this mixture of everything all at once, and somehow you're able to create a product that is able to reach people worldwide. That's chaos and order in its finest form. Like, that's the arts, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we are. Like, we are chaos and order. We are chaos and order, and we need to use that. Because sometimes, even with me, like, I grew up with a very perfectionist type of mentality, and that's pure order in a sense. Like, that's order, order, order. But that isn't all that we can be. Like, we're not meant to be that all the time. So with my creative thoughts, a lot of that feels like chaos, because I'll be doing the most randomest thing, the most mundane thing in the world, and have all of these creative thoughts and have all of these emotions just come into my mind, and have these visions of projects that I want to do, and drawings that I want to make, and jewelry pieces that I want to create. And that can feel very overwhelming, because there's no order to that. Like, I can't control those thoughts. At this point. They just come, and I have to order them. I have to say, okay, let me get my sketchbook. Okay, let me write this down in my notes. Or, okay, let me tell somebody about this. Let me talk about it on YouTube. Let me make a post about it. I need to order those thoughts, and it's provided me with a lot of balance that I'm still trying to balance, because nothing is really just done. Like, I started doing art, and it made me feel better. Like, that's the basic part of it, right? I started doing art, and it improved my mental health. But then came all of these things, because when you start creating art, you start to reveal more of yourself to yourself, because everything that you create is a projection of how you feel, how you think, what your state of being is in that moment in time. Like, then you start to have questions. Why am I using these colors? Why am I using these words? Why am I creating this? Why does this song make me feel this way? And why does this song make me create this painting? Or why does it make me wear these types of clothes? And it's always a question that has to be answered that reveals you to you. And those answers are not always fun. Those answers don't feel good all the time. They don't feel good all the time. They make you want to feel like you want to spiral because a lot of it always leads back to childhood, as everything does. And all these things become unlocked to you. And then again, you have to order those thoughts. You have to order them. You have to put them in place. And you have to exist with them. And there's a neutrality that comes with all of that. Like, you start to see less of good and bad and just start to see everything as is. And that is very, very, very hard to do. It is a skill. It is generally a practice that I am practicing almost all the time and that I try not to get too overwhelmed by. But I definitely say that I have put that state of neutrality in practice, and it is because of my art. It is because I've let myself be who I am. Like, literally, that's the root of it. If you're like pretending and just acting, it's not gonna work. And yeah, that's mainly what I wanted to say. I'm going to go home now because I'm hungry. I think this video made me hungry. And yeah, I'm glad I took the time out to talk about this because that's how I've been feeling lately. And I just want to keep creating intentionally and with like a vision at hand, with a goal at hand. Because actually, I do have that, but I want it to be more centered, more focused, because I can't have 50 different goals and try to accomplish 50 different goals and put energy towards 50 different goals. That's not going to work. I know that's not going to work because I've tried and it doesn't work. So, yeah, chaos, energy, art, and balance. That's the video of today. I probably should have held the camera here. That would have been nicer, right? But okay, later.